Hey, GetFox here. Today we got the 2 million coin lineup. I put out a poll on Twitter asking what kind of defense you wanted, and over half of you said a 3-4 style defense. So that's where we're going to construct this roster again around, and we'll switch it up for the 3 and 5 million for different schemes. All right. So first of all, I'm going to get you the best playmakers on O&D right now because I think this game is won with playmakers, just like the real game. I'm going to go with a scrambling quarterback, but I'm going to give him a little bit more accuracy for you, so I'm going to give him the move the chains, throw deep, 86. It's solid, actually. And then Bo Jackson at halfback, because this game has turned into a trucking game, and this guy you want to have on your roster to truck. So them alone are taking up what? We got 1.39 left, so 600K. So a good portion, almost, like, what is it, third, little less than a third of your roster in these two guys. And they're worth it. So my offensive line here, or your offensive line if you build this. Jonathan Ogden here, not the good one. Oh, Ogden. And I feel like, all right, so this one's only 20K, which is fine. An 88 run block, 87 pass block, solid. I still may have spent more on the offensive line than I really needed to. We're going to go Batonio because they have good speed and run block, pass block, and impact block. He's 60K, though. That's what I'm saying. Now, this is a 2 million coin team, so I spent about double on the O-line for the positions than the 1 million coin. And I might have been able to keep the 1 million coin lineup lineman. Here he's got good run block. That's what we're looking for, impact. Most of the pressure in this game comes, I feel, at the left tackle, right tackle spot. Up the middle, you don't see as much. So I'm okay having one guy having a little bit less than stellar pass blocking because, you know, there'll be a double team there with the center. All right, Okoye here. At right guard, again, a little bit less pass blocking. Higher than, like, the Mud Hero guys. Lower run blocking them, but good impact, again, good speed. So if you send toss or any kind of pulling stuff on offense, they will be able to get out in front of your runners. Very nice. Speed is very important for the outside run game in this game. Dotson, again, pretty well balanced offensive lineman. Slow though at right tackle, though, so don't do any, like, big counters with him because he won't get in front of you. But 88 right tackle. I mean, you can obviously increase or decrease these as you feel necessary. A lot of salary cap guys don't have great offensive linemen. It does make a difference, but to what extent is still up for debate in the community. I think people still are pretty much on the side of get some good playmakers for you. Dwight Clark, one of the best budget, if not the best budget tight ends in the game. 6'4" with 87 speed, very solid. Run block 79, so it's, you know, solid but not out of this world. Backup, we're going to give you somebody solid for, like, say if you're going to use the New England playbook on an offense, you're going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets, and I like a little bit faster. 84 speed isn't like fast. You'd prefer that like 87 for a tight end, but a good all-around tight end. He can't really block for you at 72 run block, so I don't expect much there, but I wouldn't be mad if you go with somebody, say they can run like a little Delaney Walker there, a little bit better run blocker, or even sub in, get a cheap offensive lineman to sub into that spot if you're going to run behind it. All right, wide receiver core. I can't stress enough how much 91 route running matters in this game for, like, C routes, out routes, a lot of the stuff that you attack cover 3 with, cover 4 with. So we're going to get a bunch of 91 route runners. Chris Carter, legend card here, and then we'll get Marvin over here. Marvin the Martian, Harrison, not him. Oh, hey, Marvin. 93 route running, 90 speed, 6 foot, but 93 route running, 90 speed, very solid. All right. Fullback, we're going to cheap out on. My schemes don't involve fullbacks. My New England scheme, you can run at the goal line, but that's, you know, situational, and hopefully you can pick up 1 block for you. Then you're going to need somebody in order to beat cover 4 over the top and cover 3 over the top, and this Tyreek Hill at 94 speed will be that man. So you have playmakers across the board here on offense. Unfortunately, we're going to have to spend a little bit less. We spent more on offense than we spent on defense, which is kind of a lot more rosters are built around D. But I decided to go get you the top playmakers and some other good complementary pieces on O. But the D is still going to be pretty well locked down because we're going to get you 91 zone across the board. With Earl Thomas, the cheapest free safety team of the week, they can get to 91 zone coverage. And then Ed Reed here, also very solid because his zone coverage is at 90, but the Read and React Tier 1 gets him to 91. So he's also at 91 zone coverage for you. Your cornerbacks aren't going to be very studly. They're going to have, Renfro. They're going to have the 91 zone, of course, but their speed isn't going to be, they're not going to be burners. You don't need speed as much in this Madden as you had in past. Like, don't go out, don't go taking that and saying I'm just gonna press my guys in line of scrimmage in a cover 3. You cannot press these guys in a cover 3. You will get burned by the Tyreek Hills of the world, the Randy Moss, the Kelvin Johnsons. And then on the inside, we're gonna give you Richard Sherman here, 89K for that 91 plus zone coverage, 6'3", so hopefully he can lure kind of like a taller linebacker type that can kind of maybe pick something off a few yards behind him, bait people into that kind of stuff. So you got your defensive back core set, all with the 91 zone. Very nice, very nice. We are actually going to go a little bit over just because, I don't know, I'm testing your sniping skills. We'll go with that one. But really, I really wanted this Bo Jackson middle linebacker. And I could have gone somebody cheaper here because I could just make this Shaz your user. This Madden Blitz Shaz your user, and then we get somebody cheaper. I would suggest somebody, if you want to stay under budget, we're going to go over by like, what, 60K or something, depending on how the prices work out here. I would go with somebody, I think Singletary would be a good non-user because you're coming out in the 3-4 a lot. I got you good nickels, so sometimes you could cheap out and go Shaz here, get a cheaper guy if you're nickel more often than not. If you're like in the 3-3-5. This isn't really built for 3-3-5. If you were going to go 3-3-5, I'll show you in a second what I'd do. If you go to 3-3-5, Shaz goes out to the outside linebacker spot. Defensive tackle, you're going to get Mean Joe Green here. Block shedder, because we want to maximize block shed, because stopping the run is of the utmost importance. And in the 3-4, your defensive linemen won't be pass rushers, just like the real NFL. The defensive linemen aren't pass rushers so much as the guys on the edge are pass rushers. These guys are here to take up blocks for you in your main run set. We're going to go out of position. Suggs here. His Mutt Hero with 94 block shed also is going to play that spot. Your backup defensive tackle, he's only here. This branch for the chemistry, so 4,500 coins just to chemistry, get that physical front up. So now we're at physical front right here. We're one short of tier 3. Basically, I need you to get a jersey. Get that jersey from the solos, and you'll rock on the level solos. All right, Bosa here. This is going to be your substitution if you know you're going to face a pass rusher, or if you know you're facing a pass, get Bosa here. Finesse move 95, and Clowney over here. So I said before, what would I do? Because he's got power move 95. He'd also go in and pass. So what would I do if I went to 3-3-5? All right, so Shaz would go out for Woodley. Woodley would shift down to defensive end, and then it depends if I auto flip. If I don't auto flip, I think I'd move Bosa up to right end. Bosa or Clowney could go up to right end here. And then you have good pass rushers. Although I wouldn't actually be mad keeping Suggs there just to help stop the run in the 3-3-5. So that would be your defense, because Woodley's a good block shedder and pass rusher. Great flexible card that you move down to end. And then you can put anybody else here. But keep Suggs there unless you know they're passing. So that is the defense. That is the offense. I guess we're 87K over. A little bit more than I'd like to be over 2 million coin budget. Like I said, you can get rid of Bo Jackson. Substitute him down for like a Singletary. This was somebody I originally was thinking about putting in this roster. He's not as fast, but he's got better other stats. So this is a much better non-user linebacker. There you go. Now we're 6.7K under. So that is the 2 million coin roster. You have playmakers everywhere. You've got a solid, very solid defense. The only weak part of your defense really is your cornerbacks, and you're going to have to get substitution heavy with your defensive line for passes versus runs. I guess not heavy, but you're going to have to know that you're going to stop the run mostly with these two. They're not going to rush the passer very well. Although the pass rushing in this game for the stock 3-man pass rush isn't very good anyways. Regardless, I'm going to stop rambling. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching Call to Action, and I'll see you tomorrow.